Biafra.
Prince Got Talent exclusive.
After this heavy rain, please let the sun rise.
Our lives are in danger, siblings and more that all day long we have been ruled by strangers. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please.
There's nothing we can do without you. It's only you that will save my life.
Chico King and Biafra, you are the one to give us Biafra. We pray.
Oh, just save our lives. We are your children, save our lives. We all like sheep has gone astray. Restore our land and heal our hearts.
Save my life.
Save my life. Save my life. Almighty Father. We are begging you, please.
We ain't been living here in the zoo. You up them and set us free. We are begging you.
See my papers, they are crying. Keep up your mouth, you're dying. Save our land, we beg you, Lord.
Tears in my eyes, every day I dey cry. Nothing else I'm asking for, Lord, give me Biafra or I die. We need a clearer picture, a better future, the Lord.
Freedom is what we want, nothing more, nothing less. We are tired of the zoo and your wickedness. Yes. Save my life, Papa.
Give us Biafra.
We are begging you, please. We are begging you, please. When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe. When your kingdom shall come, we will know we are safe. Father, we lift up our hands to the air now. You walk, you can take all the glory and give it. Send your son to give the life. Set your hands and keep it alive.
Give us Biafra. Save my life. Give us Biafra. We are begging you, please.
Alele bukom, iwe bukom, obia bawakom, ndio chichi
I know you can feel our anguish, but don't let us perish in the hands of our enemies.
Yes, once again, fellow Biafrans, lovers of freedom, men and women of goodwill, conscious people wherever you are all over the world, I say good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and to some of you, good night, depending on your time zone. This is Radio Biafra Extra, and we are streaming live through Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station. Biafra Human Right and Freedom Radio Station is being anchored by Director Uche Ukafo-Mefo. Director Uche Ukafo-Mefo is from Abatete. Abatete is in Anambra State, and Anambra State is Biafra land. He is the man who has simply assured us that he will not allow the heart of the Biafran Restoration Project to see corruption. This is one word I do not expect everyone to understand the mindset behind, but one day we shall. And by the special grace of the Almighty Creator, I remain George Onyibe. I hail from Abo. Abo, of course, is in Anyoma province. Anyoma province is in Delta State, and every piece of land in Delta State is Biafra land. I will move ahead to acknowledge every member of the pro-Biafran groups who has stood up tall in this journey, who against all odds has decided to toe on the path of truth, standing firmly on every decision they have decided to follow. Because in the end, we are mere mortal, just a pencil in the hand of the Creator. Our prayer is as simple as God directing us through our endeavor to ensure that Biafra is restored, so that on that very fateful day when this sovereign nation will be ushered in, we will tell the story of how we overcome. And so I acknowledge all of you, every pro-Biafran group, both those who answer Biafra and those who don't answer Biafra. Acknowledge all of you. I will not fail to acknowledge members of the Biafran de facto customary government implementation committee, as well as the advisory body. I will acknowledge every member of the Biafran Nation family, the Biafran watchmen, of course those of you saddled with spiritual responsibility to be on the city gate, on the outpost, observing what is happening. I acknowledge all of you. I extend my greetings to Mazi Onwoka, of course Mazi Obide, Mbadike, Ezekwesele, Dr. Kado. So many. If I don't mention your name, understand, it's difficult for me to pronounce some of these names. Our sister Areta Nebogo, of course the deputy chairperson Biafran de facto customary government, Alhaji Asare Dokubo. Acknowledge all of you. Uzurumba, Mokenkwo, Omiomio, Iken Awanonenyi, Uchen Asiebu. Acknowledge all of you. Too numerous to mention. And of course, on this very fateful evening, I call upon our misguided brother, manufactured by Nnamdi Kanu, because the last time I checked, almost 90% of Nnamdi Kanu current followers, their brain is not okay. And that is why we keep doing what we are doing, because we cannot afford to have a nation of lunatics. Those of them, most especially in my Facebook, some of them live in Kuwait, they don't have job. So in Kuwait there, China Sanguru was able to incorporate them into the blackmailers team. I acknowledge you. They can swear, they can curse people, they talk rubbish. These are not Biafrans, they are businessmen, they are career freedom fighters. They are looking for money, nothing more, nothing less. They don't have conscience. I acknowledge all of you on my Facebook. I am here to see the insult that will make me feel bad. But of course, Nnamdi Kanu will always hide under, he used people as shield. He used people as shield, the gullible ones, cashing up on their emotion to destroy all of them. What will I say this evening without acknowledging the Creator? But before then, all of you who have put resources together, who continue to do the needful, to make sure we are able to pay our bill, to make sure we are able to sensitize our people, to make sure that Biafra is restored in your time, I can only say, may God reward all of you handsomely, and it shall be well with you. And so I say to the Creator, Chukwu idema, Chukwu idema, izuru kemeo. Omema idema, akpata nekunwa o, Chukwu nidema, izuru kemeo. Odema nemema, onye ijani si o, Chukwu nidema, izuru keme. He said. And of course, without wasting much of our time this evening, we will quickly go to our topic, which is simply titled, A Call to Support the Biafran de facto customary government. You see, we are actually taking our time to prepare the stage and of course the platform, so that when we kick off, nobody will be left behind. Nobody will be, deceived. And so we may not be trying to hyper certain issues. That does not mean we do not appreciate their importance. But tonight I want to take some time out to discuss about the issue of the Biafran de facto customary government. And so our topic this evening is simply titled, A Call to Support the Biafran de facto customary government. A lot of things are going on as we speak today. Some in our favor, others to the detriment of our people. Because there is always two coins to every matter. A lot of things are going on. If you focus on Facebook regarding Biafra issue, there are people who are shouting, oh, the dot state, the dot date. If Buhari like, let him say we are invisible. It has nothing to do with the agitation of Biafra. If we are not saying, oh, we are the dot, we are the dot, we are the dot, all these things are distraction. And then you have another people saying, oh, they gave Nnamdi Kanu 5 states. They gave Nnamdi Kanu 5 states. All these are distraction. Hey, we are in our prayer and fasting. Hey, let's start fasting. A lot of things are going on. Fulani headsmen are threatening. We will kill our people. We are coming for Asaba. My guy, this is 72 hours gone already. But the reason why we did not give you people attention is that we don't even know if Nnamdi Kanu killer squad that wrote it, because the only thing Nnamdi Kanu and his accomplices are doing is setting everybody up. And so if you are a governor, you are working with Nnamdi Kanu, you are part of the problem we have as a people. If you are a pastor, whoever you are at this point in time, you are working with Nnamdi Kanu. You people are the ones destroying our land, not Fulani headsmen. It is difficult for you to accept this truth, but let me tell you how it works. About 8 months ago, if we have started this broadcast, if we were telling you that Biafra will not be here today, many of you will even kill to prove that Biafra will be here, because Nnamdi Kanu was on social media. Elohua told me Biafra will come, and all of you are jumping up and down. This is 6 months, half of 2021. Nobody is talking about when Elohua will give us Biafra. And now what they are doing is distracting you. Biafra will do the security. We are defending Igbo land, Yoruba. I don't have all of your time. It is the truth that brought us here. And this truth must lead us home. A lot of things are going on. Some to our advantage, others to our detriment. There are people issuing press statements, talking rubbish. We are missing focus. Remember the essence of this, or rather the purpose or topic of this evening message, this very message, is a call to support the Biafran FACTO customary government. Among all these issues that are trending in a way to distract Biafrans from being able to focus, you have some to our advantage. Alaji, of course, Chief Raphael Wazirike, in fact, for the first 2 days has been working simultaneously with some genuine individual who want our freedom. They have been in communication with the United Nations. What they want is simple. They are discussing on how they are going to bring about the restoration of Biafra. And I can tell you, nobody is blowing trumpet there. These are good news, coming exactly from the father of the nation, and as he is generally referred to, Chief Raphael Wazirike. It's not trending. Why is it not trending? Because Nnamdi Kanu spent more than a decade trying to rubbish this gentleman, trying to destroy this gentleman. He's a hotelier. He collect money from Nigerian government. He's a criminal. He's a saboteur. We will kill him. There is no kind of insult. Two people stand out as men with great hearts, men with value. They have very few of them. Nnaya Nwodo was completely ridiculed and almost destroyed by Nnamdi Kanu. Chief Raphael Wazirike, because he want to score cheap goal. But meanwhile, for the avoidance of those who were not able to follow, because Nnamdi Kanu recruit both the ones in Kuwait and the hungry ones with us here in Biafra land, they wouldn't hyper it for you. All these are good news that we are happy about. Remember, he's also part of the Biafran de facto customary government. Let's just play some short clip for you to be able to follow up and understand where we are coming from. Just a minute, let me get my system properly connected. We cannot allow anybody to deceive us. The time is well spent. If we don't understand what we need to do in a time like this, my brother, we are only deceiving ourselves.
We are talking of minority rights here. In Nigeria, Biafrans are in major conflicts. Nobody will have the time to enjoy the rights. We are talking of minority rights here. In Nigeria, Biafrans are in majority, but the minority group, being the Fulanis, are using the government that in power to suppress the rights of the majority who are Biafrans. What we are asking the United Nations to do is to look inwards and grant independence to special areas where majority of the people, the rights of the majority of the people are suppressed by the minority group. Just recently, the Meati Allah gave 72 hours ultimatum to one of our governors that if they don't stop their support for open grazing, they will come to the Biafran land and kill our people. If such a situation takes place, there will be conflict. And if there are conflicts, rights will not be enjoyed. So what I'm asking the United Nations to do is to grant independence to the state of Biafra so that we enjoy the rights other nations are enjoying in the Community of Nations. Thank you very much.
Now, that is just a short clip from Chief Raphael Owazurike, alongside with other nations that do not and yet to be acknowledged as a country. In trying to represent Biafra, he made it simple. I need you to take time as a Biafran, listen to that short clip over and over, and then you will see if this is a hotelier, it's a saboteur, he sold us, he collected money. My brother, if we fail to tell ourselves the truth, and then that is the end of everything that we represent. Like I said, a lot of things are happening. You will not know the reason why you have to support the Biafran de facto government. Tonight is to make you understand that the best thing any Biafran genuinely seeking for the restoration of Biafra can do is to support the de facto customary government. We are just a member. We are Biafran Nation Alliance family. Among the pro-Biafran group that makes up the de facto customary government of Biafra, each of them are doing their best to make sure that our voice is heard. But most of you don't know. I don't mind what are they saying? What are they saying? Then on the other hand, Nnamdi Kanu unleashed the recruit. He said, attack Asare Dokubo. Of course, Alhaji Asare Dokubo, the chairperson of the Biafran de facto government. Attack him, destroy his name. Now, this is one thing you people will know. We've been telling our people, they don't understand. Whether you are a governor, whether you are a clergyman, whoever you are supporting evil on the expense of our people so that you can be able to go for 2023 presidential election. Any game all of you are playing, you will see it will backfire. It will boomerang. I mean, while Chief Raphael Owazurike is sweating out his blood to represent the people of Biafra before the United Nations, no yahoo, no snapping picture, no doing shakademo compliance, Nnamdi Kanu is hiding in a hotel room with the new secretary, the new appointed one in America. Please, you people, sue me to court. Barrister Jofo, sue me to Nigerian court. Aloy Ejimako, sue me to American court. Solomon Yegbu, sue me to British court. so that no money nelenya ngwere ko jelu enwu. Nnamdi Kanu is hiding in one hotel room with the new secretary. Of course, they are not doing anything other than Emiono. And meanwhile, he is paying people to push everybody. Most of you know this truth already. You pretend you don't know. We saw the evil in IPOB. We confronted a group of gangsters called DOS led by Chike Doziem, Anthony Zulumike. We forbid them from selling the next generation. They practically thought they have arrived that they will rubbish all of us. I wrote my resignation letter and I moved back home to review my activities so far. For 4 months, all of you sat down. Nnamdi Kanu as he dey hot, as he dey pepper, Judge Onyibe exposed, season 1. All of you were enjoying it. And you just call the John Udomen Nnamdi Kanu remove. All of anybody can yap as much as you can, but the truth will prevail in the end. And so why Chief Rafael Wazirike is sweating out his blood, trying to present the case of Biafra before the global community. Nnamdi Kanu is on Radio Biafra on the other end. This is what they are doing for record purposes.
I am doing this video, this recording video, this evening, being 15th of June 2021, for a very important purpose. Yes, the reason why I'm doing this video is very, very, very important. I want you to save this video and I want you to share this video, because Facebook blocked us. They blocked me from broadcasting for the next 30 days. They blocked me from broadcasting live on Biafra television. They blocked me from broadcasting live on Aside Hot Biafra television. They blocked me in all the platforms where I can reach the world. And this special video recording is coming to you from me this time around, because I think there is an important information and important message that I need to pass, and I want to counter one man who have been seeking for attention, who have been trying to drag Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the mud, who is, trying all his possible means to make Mazi Nnamdi Kanu mention his name or talk about him, which is very, very, very important. It is practically important. And because I am still alive and I'm here, and I know about the whole story and what trespassed between Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and this man.
Let me try to forward the rubbish.
I want this video to be more than 15 minutes. Talking about in Cotonou, Mazi Obeleze Chukwu was there, of ranting from the buffoon, from the enemy. All of us know it, and I want you to share this video, make this video reach every nook and cranny of this planet Earth, that people may know the truth and nothing but the truth. I wish I can go live.
We are sharing it
with any platform where the world can hear my voice.
We are sharing it. We are making it go viral.
Of this whole story, we all know 100% that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the leader of indigenous people of Biafra.
And who are those indigenous people of Biafra?
He did not made himself the leader.
Who made him?
Our people choose him.
Who choose him?
As our leader.
Who is your
Having
leader?
seen all the great job
Which
he
job
done
did he
and
do?
he doing.
What is he doing?
Because when you choose yourself to be a leader,
no, he choose Nnamdi Kanu choose himself.
Because of your
he choose himself.
There's something you need.
We have rejected him.
People. But when people choose you as a leader,
who choose Nnamdi Kanu?
Because of the potentials that you have.
Which potential? The drunkard?
The quality.
Nnamdi Kanu the drunkard? Which quality? Womanizer?
And because of this,
is it Nnamdi Kanu the womanizer?
Video to be more than 15 minutes, but it carries an information.
This is Nnamdi Kanu recruit.
More than 15 hours.
His name should be whether it's Darlington. His name is Darlington. As
all of us know quite right that in this struggle we have our brothers from the riverine areas and we are from the hinterland. All of us put together are the Biafras.
Who told you?
And I want to set the record straight today. I want the world to know the truth. That is why I made it.
But you are lying.
And bold to say that Asari
now. Let's check. Almost 15 minutes has gone. He's still trying to create a preamble to enable the lies lie down, because people don't understand. They say leave Nnamdi Kanu. If Nnamdi Kanu as a disease and a plague against the Igbo people in particular and the Biafra nation in general, all of you are deceiving yourself. This is one of his recruits on Radio Biafra. This one as the hoto ndiohi. The day I will draw out you people file, it will be there. Is Asare want to discuss so?
Ranting, trying to use Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's name to negotiate another deal with Nigeria government is a fool, a liar, and a thief. I call you a fool.
But then, Nnamdi Kanu is an idiot. Nnamdi Kanu is a womanizer. Nnamdi Kanu is a drunk. And so I think Nnamdi Kanu and Asari almost have something in common. But with due respect, Asari is not like Nnamdi Kanu. Because with the level of what Asari have done, he still can parole everywhere freely. Among both those he offended and those he did well, the day Nnamdi Kanu will make the mistake in his life and say, we are protected. That day, let your killer squad, unknown gunmen or ESN, let them be out too. Because the people waiting for him on ground. That is what will shock all of you. Let's continue.
I call you a liar and I call you a thief.
Just like Nnamdi
Asari
Kanu.
Dokubo, you know me quite right. You know me very, very well. Asari Dokubo, the meeting you're talking about in Cotonou, Mazi Obeleze Chukwubikem, was there.
Now, in that meeting in Cotonou, as the African rep, I was supposed to be there. 2 times we have organized meetings that I am supposed to be there, or rather 3 major times. Number 1, there was a program organized in Germany. Even then, Nnamdi Kanu was in prison. They said Onyibe need to be there, prepare his document. Because I don't want to mention the name of some people because we have passed that stage. They gave my visa to another person, Igbo person. And then they pushed me by the corner. Nnamdi Kanu said, it's Onyibe that is supposed to be there. Why is Onyibe not supposed to be there? Nnamdi Kanu can't even give me a recharge card of 20 naira. He's the one trying to send me to Germany. Thank God none of my generation have been to diaspora. This very meeting now, I was supposed to be represented there. Now, what I'm saying is not about Nnamdi Kanu. Biafra must understand. As we are progressing, you are bringing in tribalism in this struggle. You are endangering the future of the next generation, not us. You can imagine what is the position of Darlington now. He was there. They paid plane ticket for him because he's Igbo man. And then because maybe I'm not Igbo man now, they remove my name. But when it is time to go and see Nyangodo, when snipers are waiting to kill me, they will send me. When it is time to kill somebody, though somebody may not go there, they will send me. And Darlington now is telling you that he was there. He was there. As the African rep, where was I? Because Nnamdi Kanu have to play all of us as a puzzle. He has to play all of us as a game. And you know, I don't agree with him in those issues. I constantly ask him questions. That was why he was shouting, we sealed, we documented, we delivered. I asked him Nnamdi Kanu before Uchemefo on a telephone conversation. I said, sir, have you considered, I think other members of the criminal gang called US were there. Have you considered the consequence of your action? He said, are you telling me they will not obey me? Because he was telling me, go to the radio and broadcast. I said, I didn't say that, sir. I simply ask you, have you considered this action of this your consequence? He said, then go and do what I told you. Hope Uzodinma is the end result of Nnamdi Kanu seeded and delivered. They went back and remaro among themselves and collected money. When Buhari, dead or alive, discovered the rigmaroling, this thing affected 2 states, Bayelsa and Imo. So enjoyment you have in Imo State by having Hope Uzodinma was as a result of seal delivered and documented. Now the Kanu have not told you why they kill Ikoso. Now the Kanu have not told you why he's so desperate to destroy Hope Uzodinma. Even though Hope Uzodinma, by through the preamble of law, he is not supposed to be the governor of Imo State. Now the Kanu was the original influence that made that possible. Now, Darlington, they want to rubbish Asari because Asari told them, how can you be giving a detailed account of a nation? Yeah, Japan, then pay $3,000. Morovia, then pay $2,000. Murutwai, then pay $2,000. How can you be giving account of a nation? Now they want to respond. Now the Kanu is hiding. It's on my Facebook as we are speaking now, on fake account. Now the Kanu is on my Facebook right now, Biafra Human Rights Radio, on fake account. And most of you are following, you don't know. Because he wants you to think he's a moral man. He wants you to feel he's a mature man. He wants you to feel he's a normal. Now we know mature. Now we know moral. But I have told him, if these things you are doing are the will of God, if you be God, I will put your righteousness to the test. And I tell you before our time is up, we will pass our message. Our voice will be heard and our point very clear. And because you do not understand the role the de facto customary government are playing. If they were functioning, if they were in existence, these are some of the things the gangster called DOS is supposed to be doing. They all betrayed all of us. Where is Azayoba? I hiding now. Those of you who are about to die, they salute you. Go and die. Where is Inne Nayanya? Ego Idozi Obodo 1 and 2. Ego Banko 1 and 2. Where are all of them? He can't address major issue now. It is only the ones he think he can give him influence. Ginger your morale and mugu you is what he's doing. Continue to listen to Darlington.
I am living witness, and nobody asked me to do this video, but because of the enormous
that is guilty conscience. Did anybody ask him who told you to do the video? That is what Nnamdi Kanu does. He hired some Anyoma buffoon and told them, destroy George Onyibe, rubbish George Onyibe. I want you to rubbish George Onyibe to the end that he cannot open his front door and come out. Now I'm rubbishing myself for you. Does it not shock you? But I told them, any name you call me, I will answer. Any name you call me, I will answer. But I will make sure that after you do that thing to me, you will not do it to another person again. Because a lot is at stake. Nobody asked me to do it. Okay, Elohua. No, Elohua told you to do it. Just listen to what they are saying.
Should I say, interest that this video is generating by the people that are sharing it, and some national televisions are even discussing about it. That is why I want to come and set the record straight, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never, I repeat, can never respond to you. Both of you
on the same guard. On the same guard. I am making this so that our people will see how fraudulent Nnamdi Kanu is. He don't have a choice. He use you people as shield. But who is listening to you? What is your position in IPOB now? When Alain Onyema want to spend money, his fine boy became African rep and spent some months in America with millions of naira going out. If George Onyibe go America, na bad thing. But when it is time for something good to come, Nnamdi Kanu will remember his family member. And those of you who do not have what it takes to stand for the truth, push very harder and push other regions who are Biafran out of this matter. You will see the face of what you have not started from. Because the only miracle our people have is to dissolve Nigeria by the law. Is to dissolve Nigeria sincerely. Is to neutralize Nigeria completely, holistically, and then let everybody go his way. Without resentment, without being biased. But of course we know we have to go through process. I will leave that audio and let's continue. That is Nnamdi Kanu recruit. Asare Dokubo is a thief. We gave him 20 million. We gave him 30 million. Omiomio collected it. He charged us 150 million. If I continue dealing on this broadcast, we will not discuss anything this evening. I'm only just trying to point out to you that a lot of things is going on. Some are good ones. You can see Chief Raphael Owazike, who were there before the United Nations to address the issue of Biafra. Of course, you have seen the bad aspect. Recruit of Nnamdi Kanu trying to rubbish Asare Dokubo so that you think that nothing is happening. A lot of things are happening. Let's listen to this one briefly.
My brother, hey! Oh!
I don't know, man. I don't know, man.
What's with that?
Hey!
Check him down. When they one motor, my head in a bushy motor. My brother, they get to call to Babu and he came here and I let you know. When they're going to get in this people. Huh? My brother. Hey! Oh!
Now, when you listen to this video, the person who made the video was not specific. But they were saying, my brother, what did you do to these people that they did this to you? They killed you and they burnt your vehicle. What did I do? And now some of you say, hey, Fulani herdsmen, that is what we are supposed to be saying. Oh, they are killing our people. Am I saying they are not killing our people? They are. Am I saying Fulani herdsmen are not raping our people with the Nigerian government aiding and abetting them? Of course. But this wailing you are seeing now is not coming from them. It's not coming from Fulani. This very person in question now is an Igbo man killed by a wholly unknown gunmen. Nnamdi Kanu killer squad. Because they believe he's part of the people that set Ikenso up. They went and they killed him. Let's see the audio accompanying that very discussion so that people will understand what we are trying to prevent from our people.
My village today by online government. Central government be village today about this guy. As also and see me, this can see me. So today
that is Nnamdi Kanu unknown gunmen, not Fulani. If you listen to the accompanying audio to that video, I don't know how to put it very well in the central Igbo. But he's trying to say this one is the one that pointed out Ikonso. I thought it's Zubi, that brother on Facebook. Now it's another one. They have beheaded him. Rivers of blood. But the question is, Nnamdi Kanu have been killing Igbo people in the name of ESM, in the name of volunteer, in the name of unknown gunmen. Everything he have done, it is to the detriment of the Igbo people. But why is all these things happening? Why we cannot checkmate it? There have always been a void within the gaps and space we control. And we have neglected this issue for a very long time. Nobody truly cares about its consequence. And the same way we are making you to see the truth. A day will come, you will see the consequence of this atrocious act being generated by Nnamdi Kanu. Why am I bringing all these things up? Because this evening, I want you to understand the role that the Biafra de facto customary government is supposed to be playing. But before we go further, it is important we look at the definition of that name. When you call the name Biafra de facto customary government, it's a complicated name. But let's try to analyze it bit by bit. And then we look for a way forward from there. We already know the implication of the name Biafra. Biafra is the name of the sovereign nation that was amalgamated alongside with Oduduwa and Arewa into the current Nigerian state you see today. Nobody have rejected their name. Oduduwa never accept the name One Nigeria. And that is why when it comes to matters of utmost importance, it is easy for them to convene under a single command. The next thing that will follow when even somebody they don't like issue a command. Omo Yoruba lemi, Omo Oduduwa lemi. The moment everybody fall under that umbrella, there is nothing the Yorubas cannot achieve. They are the same thing. The Arewa are so vicious about this idea that they have to even incorporate the middle belt. But what about Biafra? Oh, Biafra is evil. Hey, Biafra is a division. We don't want Biafra. But don't worry. You need Biafra de facto customary government, because a time will come we will defend this issue. Of course, everything we are doing will lead us to plebiscite in the nearest future. If you want us to fight for better Nigeria, let's go there. If not, my brother, it is Biafra or Biafra. So for those of you who don't know what Biafra is, it is simply the name of a sovereign nation that existed even before the creation of Great Britain. We predate them. But of course, you win some, you lose some. We were conquered and they placed us into this mess. Now we want to go back to the way we were. For us to go back, we need a government in place. A government that will enable us to function adequately. A government outside government. The Yorubas have de facto government. Because it has been established, there is no need to blow their trumpet about it. For Fulani herdsmen, Mark Ben, Arewa youth, to come out, issue press statement, threaten Nigeria and nothing happened. And that is because these people already have a de facto government in place. But in Biafra, we don't. You can hear as they hot trying to tell you, we choosing the Kanu as our leader, we are the same. Who choose them? Because they want to rubbish Asari Dokubo. We have outgrown those stage, we know the truth. Having been able to understand the meaning of Biafra, we go to the next word on the name, which is the de facto. What is de facto? De facto, in fact, whether by right or not, de facto means a state of affair that is true but that is not official or officially sanctioned. In contrast, the jewelry, which means a state of affair that is in accordance with the law. Now let me try to look for how to present the real meaning of de facto to you. De facto is a governmental structure. It's a state of affair which may not be legally recognized, but then it cannot be legally recognized like the jewelry, but then it remains a government system. Now let's see how I can break it down. For instance, marriage. A lot of people are happily married today. When I mean happily married, a man and woman can choose to begin to live in one apartment and they start having children. Nobody will know that they are not married except they tell you. That is why most of you, your mother have to go back to wedding even at the age of 80, 90, 60. Some of you have done your white wedding, you are old, And then along the line, you discover something and say, my daddy did not marry my mommy. And so they move ahead and take them to church to a kind of legally seal every document regarding their marriage. That is how de facto government is. De facto government understand that with the challenge at hand, they cannot be allowed to function officially, legally, as a nation. But instead of not doing anything, they move ahead to create a form of a medium to improvise and start functioning as a nation until the time is right, where they will be presented to the jury, where they will be seen as legal. Now, let's go back to the marriage. Those of you, your father did not marry your mother. Does it make you an illegitimate child? Does it make the marriage fake marriage? Does it mean they are not husband and wife? Does it mean the children are not real? Does it mean the husband is fake or the man is fake? In fact, many problems surrounding marriage issue has made many people not to marry. Two people want to get married. This one will say, no, I don't want this. The other family will say, no, we don't want that. And the two people involved understand that they cannot negotiate this love that bond them. And they will come up and say, in that case, my brother, my mama no agree. My brother, my papa no agree. And so what we do is, get pregnant. Let's see what will happen. You are not getting pregnant to destroy anybody. You are not getting pregnant to undermine anybody. You are not getting pregnant to call anybody a bluff. You are getting pregnant. You are improvising to bring about this marriage because you cannot tamper with the love you have for each other. That is exactly what the de facto government represents. With the current fraudulent constitution of Nigeria, with the idea behind the concept of one Nigeria, they don't want us to be married. They don't want us to live a happy married life. They have complicated our life with a lot of ideas and policies that will never allow us to get married. And then what do? Because of the bond, because of this love that held us together as a people, which we are not ready to sell out to anybody. And then we decide and say, let us improvise, let us do something, so that whether they like it or not, they will allow this marriage to hold. And so Biafra de facto customary government is here to create a platform that will enable us to improvise when the need will come. If the de facto customary government is properly positioned to manage the affairs and issues as it concerns us as a people, my brother, I tell you by now, we are celebrating in a new nation. So now you know the meaning of Biafra, and then we have been able to look at the meaning of de facto, and of course we go to the next word there, which is customary. Customary is usually a practice that associates with a particular society, place, or set of circumstances. When they say something is customary, it means that is their way of doing things. It is customary for an Igbo man to improvise when necessary. It is customary. We always have the alternative means of escape or solution to any problem at any given time. Are you getting the three different meanings we have looked at? Biafra, de facto, customary. It is in our custom, it's our custom, it's our tradition. It is our custom, our culture, customary to defend our land. And then the last one there is government. And as we all know, government simply means group of people with the authority to govern a country or a state or a particular ministry in office. You have the legal authority. Unlike the Biafra de facto customary government, they may not have the jewelry to preside over a nation. But even in the midst of that, they still have the right to introduce, improvise, to enable them survive. And so in a nutshell, I can simply tone it down to remind you that when we talk about Biafra de facto customary government, it is simply trying to make you understand that it is a government by the people and for the people, which is born out of necessity in order to naturally coordinate the activities of the people against the antagonizing external influence. Let me repeat again. The Biafran de facto customary government is simply a government by the people for the people, which is born out of necessity in order to naturally coordinate the activities of the people against the antagonizing external negative influence. Now take your time after this broadcast, listen to it, you will see the clear picture of what the de facto customary government are here to do. The purpose of their existence is simple. It is a government's basic function. Its government basic function are one to provide leadership. Biafra de facto customary government is here to provide leadership for the people of Biafra. Leadership on every front. Leadership that can be able to coordinate the affair of the people. Leadership that will maintain law and order. Leadership that will make or provide public services. Leadership that will provide national security. Leadership that will provide economic security. Leadership that will provide economic assistance. The main purpose of Biafra de facto customary government is to present leadership that will make available all those areas I have mentioned earlier. And so our rule as a people is to give them the unalloyed support, to give them the moral support. As a people, it is then left for us to give the Biafra de facto customary government the unalloyed support needed for them to be able to discharge their duties. We must not come out and give them complete support, as this will enable them to organize our people from every region by bringing them back together to the right track that will eventually lead us to the freedom that we are looking for. There are many ways you have to support this de facto government. Somebody need to manage our affair. When deputy, then Mazu Choka from Efo and Nnamdi Kanu have issue of blackmail, because only thing Nnamdi Kanu can do is to blackmail everybody. The Reverend Father Ngongo and others made effort to look into the matter. I was fully aware of what conspired, what went on. Reverend Father Ngongo was lied to. Nnamdi Kanu is a perfect deceiver. And I wish they listened. Reverend Father Ngongo jumped to the social media and lied against Mazi Uchimefo. And I wept. And I cried for our people. Ordinarily, those are supposed to be the function of the de facto customary government. But the DOS has become an accomplice in this atrocious act against our people. They have soiled their hand with the blood of our people. So how can they represent us? The de facto customary government need financial assistance. Nobody will do it, but you will be the one. It doesn't matter whether you are ready now or not. Very soon you will see you don't have any choice. That is why those of us in Biafra Nation Alliance family, we are calling upon all of you. The protecting of the interest, overall interest of our people remain paramount. Not the enthronement of a supremacy, not the enthronement of a supreme leader, not the enthronement of trying to fight and protect one single individual. Makanonyo wasa kashini idumule charini. Onwano gonyo hukeji sakashini ndi dumuni. Onyo hushini ndi dumuni welipwa. Bakani dumu shino onyo hunyo sakalipwa. Osakalie. So the Biafran de facto customary government are on the ground doing the needful. Every pro-Biafran group. Because somewhere along the line we have found a way to coordinate our people. And while we are doing that, now the Kano is busy turning the brain of our youth into something that is an alien to us. That is why the only thing they know how to do is, hey, this one is a sabo, it's a sabo, we will get the sabo, we will do sabo like this, we will do like that. That is the only thing they can do. And our people must understand that no, we cannot continue like this. Biafra de facto customary government, they have a lot of duties assigned to them that they must carry out. And our people must not stand by the fence. You must stand up and join the queue. You must look for avenues and ways through which all of us can work unanimously to restore Biafra. At this moment, our lines are open. Our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. 070-815-45642. For the last time, our WhatsApp line is 070-815-45642. And then our direct line is 081-221-52971. 081-221-52971 is our direct line. And of course, you are free to call in if you are able to access this studio line. But if not, you have access to my private WhatsApp or other social media platform. Please take the liberty and connect with us through those means. Biafra is here to stay. Biafra have come to stay. Biafra is not going anywhere. Biafra must be restored. And so at this moment, you are encouraged. Look for the Biafran Nations Alliance family. Look for how to contact them and join this move. All of us have a role to play. Do not allow them. Do not allow them to deceive you. Don't allow them to prevent you from being able to know the truth. I'll be back in a minute.
Mr. Pro, I'm doing it. On the beat.
caller on the line. Can you hear me? Caller on the line.
I can hear you. Good evening, sir.
Good evening from here. Go ahead, please.
Let me hear too much. I cannot wait to give you an award for the good work you are doing for us. Before I continue, I will now fail to greet Daddy video being our daddy in the Lord, our director, the gentle lion, Wokezuku, Cheka from my phone, Brother Okuyamuka, our grandpa, Dr. Kadu, and many others that I could not enumerate their names now. I greet watchmen, Biafra watchmen. I also greet Biafra Alliance family, Biafra Nation Alliance family. I greet all of them for the good work they are doing. You people have really done us proud. You made us to have mouth to talk. I don't know which one I will now start talking about. You have already nailed it on the head. Everything you have. Your analysis this night is nothing to write. It's not. It has no comparison. This is why I know that we are dealing with men of substance, men with caliber. Because I've never had this kind of analysis in the other side of it. It's just like the clip you said there. Whatever they're always there talking is jargon. Somebody may bring out a constructive topic to deliberate upon. Don't let him, they will be there commenting. Onyoshi, transmitted money, sleeping with people's wives. Is that in the solution or the criteria of getting the Biafra? So, like what I listened to what our daddy, the chief and the father of Biafra did yesterday. He was given 2 minutes to make up his message. Some people were given 10 minutes, but he was given 2 minutes to say what he had to say. But within that 2 minutes, he even nailed the nail on the head before the 2 minutes. He passed his message very straight and plain. He did not start telling the stories of ginger weed, blood, and this and that, and the people that, oh my God, before I will start speaking in tongue. My dear, I thank God that I'm part of this movement. So I really thank you, and I will continue to thank you. You people should continue to keep it straight as you started. No matter what is happening, you people should not bend it. Let that continue. There's this adage in Igbo land that onye ọbụla has no job for man of former onye ji. Then it says we come out, they keep on talking truth. I don't know the kind of truth they are talking about. Physically now, just take the experiment and stand him with the Asari and compare them both on the achievement they have made. When Asari made his video, he did not just talk from both sides of his mouth. He pinpointed many evidences. He had the evidences of what he was saying. He asked the experiment, which work are you doing? Since ever you were born, have you ever done any work on your own that you are doing this work to pay you money? And he said that he owned a consultant firm, something that he liaised with somebody else. Another person's idea, and he joined with the person to do it, and along the line the thing could not bring the kind of money that he was looking out for. He jumped out of it and followed the Wazirike. Wazirike picked him up and then gave him microphone. Being the kind of MC work he's very good at, he now used the opportunity to hijack it and now turned it to his own. Even the ESN he floated. Is he the initiator? He overheard the conversation from the people that he was discussing with. And one governor, I think, said it on the day that he hijacked the name from them because that time they used to discuss based on their work. He overheard that name that they are planning to do. Of Nigeria. Which one is he not hijacking? Just for him to hear. The time you people made mention of empowerment, he jumped in and ordered all the Igwes in Biafra land to bring land where they will be cultivated. Where is the land now? Where is the land? During palliative, he announced billions of naira he will use to give people palliative as if it's money. But Ebonyi State did not partake in that palliative till today. Rather, his sister and brother used that palliative and made business in Ebonyi State. They made business, they came to Ebonyi State, buy the rice, do everything, finish, carry it back to Afari Beku. That's the end of the rice today. Nobody collected even a cup of rice in Ebonyi State as regards to say it's palliative. Things have been happening. Unless those that did not go, they will not know. Those that started and we are with them and we are part and parcel of what was going on, and they at the end they became the victim of everything. They know what is on ground. But thank God that God has brought you people out to come and set us free from this bondage. None of the ones that is really killing here and there, killing here and there. They have abandoned the Janjaweed. It's now their brothers, they are behaving from here to there. They think that they are doing themselves good. It's not everything somebody will be talking on it. But what I know is that as far as God is in heaven, as far as he is in heaven, anybody that his hand is clean, nothing will happen to that person. But anybody that his hand is into the flowing of the blood of our children on our ground, that person is already destroyed, and his entire family will be destroyed. But that's the blood of those innocent souls that are wasted. Things are happening just as he said. Is it prophecy? People are being brought over today, and they give them some things to recite. After reciting it, to come on air and start talking blah 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 that they are prophesying. In the process of the prophecy, if you are knowledgeable enough, you will now know when they even made mistake on the thing they are saying. They will now cut it and join it again and continue. But they forget to know that it's God that they are playing with. You dare not to say, "Thus says the Lord," when you know full well that the Lord did not say anything to you. But at the end, the person will regret it. So this night, my dear, I don't want to talk much because all what I even have to say, you have already said it all. My calling is just to appreciate you and then give you a very big hug. If you are here with me, that's what I would have just done now. Not only Ekperima knows how to hug secretaries and Mia Honor according by you.
Thank you very much.
My day. Just remain focused and keep on keeping on according to our director. Nothing do you. You are the lion of Biafra land, and you are the hero of our time. Continue with your good work. May Bekekero will bless you and bless your family and all our men of substance that made us whom we are today. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Ada, for joining me this evening. The truth cannot be overemphasized. Our people must understand the truth. They operate and function in the light of this truth. And then there is nothing that can be impossible before us. It's just simple. Chief Rafael Owazurike is out there doing the needful. Alhaji Asari Dokubo, of course, is minding his own win. Diokba Uchuka from Efo is doing what he has to do, working very hard. And so are numerous other people who are doing the same. Everybody has made sure that their hand is on deck. But our brother is busy. He will go to one corner. Darlington, oh yeah, insult them. As he they hurt, curse them. After all the cursing, after all the blackmailing, yes. What's up your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Chukwemeka Obi from Ghana. I'm Obi from Ghana. So I thank you, brother, for your steady broadcasting for trying to let our people know how things is going on in our land. I thank the father of the nation because Igbo people they talk in proverb that ugo chara chenwu ochu, ugo chara chenwu ochuchu. So aka dị ekpuchi ọnwa. Nnamdi Kanu try to cover the moon, but he cannot cover it. All the paint that he used, the bad paint he used to paint against Owazwike, those paint now turn into good paint. Look at now, people are now calling Owazwike the father of the nation because for nobody have ever UN invited him to talk or discuss about Biafra except him. So that is a very good credit for him. Is to show that he is working. But I don't know some of our people if they are fighting for Biafra or they are fighting for Nnamdi Kanu because I was there watching live his broadcast. In that place, instead of our people should be recommending what he is doing, some people are there insulting him. Hey, you know be our leader. Namazi Nnamdi Kanu. Are they asking them their leader, or they should pray for him to talk something that will be benefit us? But thank God that God later used him and he spoke very well. So now our work now is to pray for them, the leaders, to look into our matter. And this is time for lobbying because our matter now is on table. But now who will bring it on top of the table for it to be treated? It's just like your brokers, what you said, that the money is involved now. We need money. Yes, we need money true. We need money true because we need to do lobbyings now that our matter is in United Nations for them to look into the matter and they settle our problem and be careful for we to go. Before these killings will continue. Nnamdi Kanu is a criminal. Today I watched on Facebook where one of our brother, his name is Stainless from Awidemi. They went to his house. They almost burnt his house. They used knife cut off his security man head and they go away with the security head. About 4 buildings in that house, they burned 2, but it's not burned completely. So what the people are saying, saboteur. What is saboteur? What is saboteur? So Nnamdi Kanu never tell us what is saboteur, and the having saboteur he will kill before he will come. We will bring Biafra. I ask some people question. This is saboteur you are talking. Who will you rule? Who you go rule if you get this? They carry if Nnamdi Kanu carry this in Biafra when he go carry for big pan, come back to our land, keep him. So now who him go rule? Is it not that a saboteur he will rule? Now you first of all kill your people finish. And you command them that all of them should go inside the bush and they leave their house for Fulani people. And they say they change Fulani for bush. Now you leave your house, go inside the bush, then Fulani now take over your house. Now, how do you come outside from that bush? Or when you go there, you will turn to Nebuchadnezzar, or when they go inside the bush, they will turn to Nebuchadnezzar, begin their work inside bush. I don't know. So, brother, I thank you for your work, and they also thank the FACTO government, the chairman of the FACTO government, Alhaji Mujahid Asari Dokubo Ejiabani. I thank him for his work The man is a very great man, and he is somebody who vowed to suffer for his people and for his own children to be happy. Not to somebody who is fighting to chop and die. Anywhere that somebody die, Nnamdi Kanu, I want him name from today itself to become vulture, because Nnamdi Kanu is eating corpse. A mother die, he say, hey, I kill my mother for Biafra. A father die, hey, I kill my father for Biafra. Funtai die, hey, I don't kill Funtai again for Biafra. Abakari die, hey, Abakari, na me kill am for Biafra. Anybody wey die, Nnamdi Kanu go say na him kill am. But I no know why this Gulag, this Gulag wey die for Owerri. He deny that one, he say no be him kill am because he no wan enter problem. Nnamdi Kanu no need problem for him life. They say na ESN kill Gulag. He say no, no be ESN kill that one. If to say Gulag dey for him house to die, he go say na me kill am. Na me kill am. I don kill am for Biafra. Biafra, I don kill one person for you again. He's a recruit. Chinasa Awolu and Father Abimnaba and Nnanaya, they go come on Facebook with their fake account. Hey, our leader, it's too much. The BJ, I don't kill him for Biafra. Hey, what is in Nnamdi Kanu again for killing TB Joshua? He killed TB Joshua. He no give us Biafra. What is gain for killing all these people he is killing? This guy, what is his name? Chief of Army Staff with about 11 generals. That, hey, na me kill all of them. Na me kill them. They don't die. They don't die. Okay, you kill them. What is your gain on Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu is a vulture. Is a vulture where they find the body. Anyone where that you go kill him. Nnamdi vulture Kanu. From today, wetin dey call am na Nnamdi vulture. Nnamdi vulture. Name no longer Kanu. Although everybody know that the Kanu is a fake name. Nnamdi is a fake name. It is somebody who want to be a leader to a nation. It is answer fake name. Family, even in family now adopted fake name begin the answer. It becomes their name. His sister, the one police, is not answering Kanu in order to become fake idiot. Hey, ESN, we console, he died. Who tell government where he console them? Is it not on Nnamdi Kanu? Nnamdi Kanu, okay, why did the government did not brought a consult to justice for people to know him, as they know say a consult is the IPOB commander. But the government have right to do meeting with him when he refused to accept their demand according to criminal laws, because the council refused to take bribe when they want give am. If the council will do meeting with them, why they no hold am in that meeting? Why they no hold am for that meeting? Because that guy is now regretting to follow Nnamdi Kanu, because what Nnamdi Kanu told him to go do for that meeting, he went there and he saw another thing, and he is now regretting. Hey, so this is who I am following all these days. That is why Nnamdi Kanu plan his death, and they kill him. He denied Biggie that is clear. We are dragon ESN. We are dragon ESN. He put music, they play. They bring hanky, they romance in gun with him death. Hey, they hold Nnamdi Kanu deny him. Say no be him. Dragon Squad 5. No be him now, then they parade for Facebook every day now. That ESN when he go show in small face, now they don't come out that face now, come they see am clearly. Dragons 45. Who, how did the government get him? Is it not information? Who give the information? Is it not Nnamdi? Our people supposed to be wise. Wake up. What are they doing? What are they doing? What are they doing themselves? Nnamdi tell you to go fight, to go war. But Nnamdi is in a place he hide with her useless wife. Because if that girl is not useless, you don't supposed to leave Nnamdi save her life. But because you marry a useless wife, a wife who come in public, tell the whole world that they were feeding from IPOB money. They were feeding from IPOB money. And she stood boldly. They get people that they are feeding from Biafra money because his husband don't have work. But then the girl will come on air. You know, go tell people say you don't get to work. You know, go tell people say you don't get to work. It's the right position. Hey, me, Nnamdi Kanu graduate, Nnamdi Kanu go school. Where you go to school? Where do you go to school? Foolish idiot. Foolish idiot. Look at ESN now. The terrorize everywhere. Come to Olo. Listen to what is going on in Olo. Every day, young youth, 3, 2, they miss. Every blessed day, young youth are missing. Who are stealing them? Government. And anyone they pick, nobody know if they will return. All the whole mess for Olo night is running. Because Nnamdi Kanu create ESN. Because Nnamdi Kanu create ESN. I think you watched that video going viral for where soldiers go inside the market and they pointed a boy with her mother and they stay for front of her mother, took that boy to death. Nobody knows if that boy is ESN or not. A student of 200 level, they killed that boy. Was it not 2 or 3 weeks ago? They killed that boy. So what are we talking? What are we telling our people? What advice are we giving our people? The problem is all these useless people telling people that they create a media so that they don't get handwork for Europe. Our people they go do this thing, then from there they chop. If not, because if you don't support Nnamdi Kanu, you will not get Nnamdi Kanu will not come to help you. All these people waiting the name that useless guy for South Africa, I call him name what is that useless name when he the answer useless people for South Africa. He is there talking rubbish. Come back home, come fight, come defend your country, come defend your life. He will not come. The other guy, he call himself love is one or love is the greatest thing. This is how they were making themselves up. Then they support Nnamdi Kanu. Hey, Nnamdi Kanu. You say Nnamdi Kanu is not working. Did he not create ESN? Are you not seeing ESN? Do you know how much he is funding that ESN? Funding them to do what? You are funding ESN to kill your father. You are funding ESN to kill your mother. Is it what you fund them for? Let him learn the kind of come on earth, tell us how many people, how many crops we need before we will bring Biafra. We are funding ESN to kill everybody. And if I kill everybody die, I will now come and I will start ruling. Very soon, this thing in legally is doing, you go touch am. You never know what will happen. Because if this thing will continue, Nnamdi Kanu continue, they send ESL made them they burn people house. Nnamdi Kanu Papa house go follow burn. Nnamdi Kanu Papa house go follow burn. Somebody must start am. And that day when the house go burn, go to that sister, they go burn them inside that house. Nnamdi Kanu think say you go just dey kill everybody, they burn people house. If you tell everybody to go burn a house, let him continue to send those criminals that burn people house. In time they reach, his sister go dey sleep outside, they go burn a house. That is father house, they go burn am. For him to come back. It's a useless fool. Nnamdi vulture Nnamdi. He go collect asylum from British, and he said that the British are the one killing you. You go and beg them asylum. What a useless fool. He go somebody who call himself a reverend father involved to be killing in people. This is the reason I reject Christian, because lie wey dey for Christian, e plenty pass the truth wey dey there. When somebody go come dey tell you say you go heaven, when you say the person sef, e dey preach you to go to heaven for him to collect your money. That is the reason he was preaching for you, that you will go heaven. He is not preaching for you to get a good mind, to know say this person na your brother. No. That is nonsense father. Nonsense father. He stand for America. They brainwash his own brother to die for no reason. And he is proud for where he is, telling his people to die more. God, I will rest my case here to listen for other people. Thank you.
Thank you very much for your contribution, my brother. The people must know the truth. Most of these things he did or he's still doing is because the customary government have not been properly positioned, have not been in place all this while until the emergence of the current one led by Al-Sari Dokubo and of course deputized by our sister Anebogo. But it's just a matter of time. Everybody will understand the important role of the de facto customary government, and eventually they will fall in place. And of course, at this time, I am joined by Maze Udogo. Can you hear me, please?
Yeah, I can hear you very much.
Good evening, sir.
Maze Onyibe, good evening. I'm so much happy for today's program. I want to use this opportunity to sing one music, Christian music, as a prophet, burning fire. Cha yidima, onyem nefe dima, amatago muchim nefe, chim nefe dima, amatago muchim nefe, chim nefe dima. Cha yidima, onyai nefe dima, amatago muchim nefe, bubenki igwe dima. Amatago muchim nefe chai nefe dima. Maze Onyibe, I'm so happy today because yesterday and today the Almighty God have revealed himself. The only time that Biafrans have mentioned in United Nations without Chief Wazirike, the FACTO government, what can we do? People supposed to be jubilating. I don't see the reason why that people cannot rejoicing and jubilating and the praising, say God thank you for the United Nations to debate or to announce or to discuss anything about Biafra in United Nations. Instead people to be jubilating, what the idea is the United Nations is not United Nations. Why can't you go and see it by yourself? Oh my God, what is wrong with our people? I think, my brother, we have to use Ken when Biafra come. All of them, wipe them, not to kill them. Because I see that some of us, the brain have damage. Their brain have damage. We are suffering. Chief Lafu Wazirike is suffering, doing a lot of job. Do you know how much he's spending? Do you know how much he is spending? Do you know where we have been? The foreign affair, Mazi Ikenna. Do you know what he have been doing on behalf of you guys? Do you know what Uchemefa have been doing? Do you know what Dr. Akado have been doing? Do you know what Mazi Omyomyo have been doing? Do you know what our chairman Asare Dokuba have been doing? All these powerful people, do you know what they have been doing? Now, for the first time, they call Biafran in United Nations. Instead, you people to be jubilating. What you people are jubilating is, oh, we are going to kill, we are killing, everybody is dying. Is it killing you are jubilating? Oh my God. To see akwa, ihe melune eme. If you hear, oh, we kill this person, you people are jubilating. How? Killing people. Instead to jubilate for what is going on, for the achievement, for the great job Chief Lab Wazir have done. If I see Chief Lab, I will buy a very good beer. If he's drinking beer, I will buy a beer, give to him and say, take and drink, because you are a powerful person that have made Biafra proud. But you guys start to do that. No, because of shame. All of us, Nnamdi Kanu is doing, he said he's doing Biafra. Owazulika is doing Biafra. Mazi Onyibe is doing Biafra. Uchemefa is doing Biafra. Everybody is doing Biafra. Why can't you praise? Is it not the same Biafra everybody is looking for? Are we going to follow the one there for killing? Well, okay, let me give an example. I will go and kill Igbo man, and the people will praise, oh, Biafra is coming. How can Biafra come when people killing? I don't understand. What is wrong? Praise the people that make this thing happen to international community. Since I've been in since 2013, I have not seen anywhere, I can swear, Biafra leader, any Biafra leader, sit down with international community and be discussing. It's only yesterday and today that the breaking news have come. Oh, rejoice, Biafrans. Rejoice, because the iron have broken to two. The Almighty God have revealed himself. Rejoice. There is a good news again. More news is coming. The United Nations and the CONIFA have granted Biafrans to play football. Do you know that we are going to play football, international football, with different countries? This one not that, oh, you organize something and Germany say, oh, Yoruba, Igbo, and the player, this is Biafra. No, this is the international community have approved it. They have approved it that Biafrans have to be among of those that will play football this year in August. We're supposed to play the football in South Africa, but because of COVID-19, they shifted to Tanzania, which many countries from different countries from Asia, from America, from Europe, everywhere they will come and join and play their football. And you guys will not understand that this is a very big achievement. But I don't understand that all these things is coming from Chief Laf Wazirike. All this goodness is coming from the FACTO government. And you guys instead are still abusing. Stop abusing people. What people are supposed to be doing is any person you see is doing Biafra, support him. We're supposed to, we're supposed to announce everybody is supposed to be shaking in the social media that Biafra have been in United Nations. But because of policy, envy, many of you hiding in their lapa, covering their face because they don't want people to see what is going on. Somebody want to told me yesterday, can I see the video? No, this is a propaganda. When I bring the YouTube, since then he's hiding. People supposed to know the truth and support us so that things will go forward. Why can't you support? As Mazo Onyibe always say, join anywhere. I am representing Biafrans in Scandinavia. If you want to join, call me and join in Scandinavia. I don't understand. Nobody, to tell you the truth, I am not against any Biafran group. I'm representing all Biafrans here. And with honesty, as a prophet, I can never say lie. Because I said before, I cannot lie. I never lie. But when I see the truth, I say it. When I see the bad one, I say it. Let us love one another. Let us stop all this castigating. Destroying what you know is a lie. What you know that he can put up for mess, you are putting it for us so that he can destroy the good achievement Biafran have achieved. If that we are united, all this thing, this thing, Buhari said last time, can he say that we are not? But because of there's no unity, this person will say this way, the other one will say this way. Buhari, they use that opportunity to be intimidators. Now they have formed all the whole vigilante in Biafra land. Anambra fine in Nnewi. They bring their security in Nnewi. And now I hear today that they have formed Bakassi in Anambra. And the governors is people that form it. Okay, tell me, if you are having Biafra security, what are you going to do with them? Are you going to fight each other? The same time they have formed Ebubago. If Bakassi start going everywhere, what do you need to killing people again? Let me ask you people. Do you support Bakassi when there was Bakassi in Biafra land to 1990 something that time, and everyone, all of us, we are hailing it because they are not killing innocent people. They are not they are not doing any evil to people. They are not threatening anybody that will kill you when you come. The security that we form supposed to be a security that all the Igbo people, everybody will be enjoying it. If we are going, we will be proud that there's security. But this time around, any person that says something bad, oh, we are going to kill you. Any person that said this, oh, we are threatened. How? In your land, the people that are supposed to be enjoying the security is the people that is afraid of the security. The security that they form is the security supposed to protect all the land of Biafra. It's not security that any person that do against you, you call it. What of the police that in Biafra, in the Biafra land, the Nigerian police? If you go and call police, say this person is saying bad, the person will come in. If you have, even if Nigerian police, he will have sympathy on you. Tell you, explain yourself. When you say, maybe say, give me money, and you go. But the security now in Biafra land, when you say this person is saboteur, they will go and kill you. Oh my God. God forbid. Chayidima, Onya Fedima, Amatago muchim nefe chim nefe dima. Amatago muchim nefe chim nefe dima. My brother, my sister, let us reason. Makadi amama. Kaitu woji kita. Ifede than okay ochichede. Makana, this thing can happen. You will start regretting. I said it from beginning since last year. I said, do not insult people because you don't know who will help you tomorrow. Do not go and kill somebody. Maybe the person that you are killing is your destiny. You have killed. Oh my God. But you guys keep on insulting the people that are supposed to help you. One guy that lives in India, this guy is a rich guy. He told me the guy that he want to help, the guy begged him 400,000. And the guy is a follow for other group doing Biafra and said that, oh, we are going to get Biafra 2020. This guy tell him, see, my brother, we are in diaspora. Try this money I want to give you. Use it and go and start business. Stop pitching all this thing. He said, no, you are saboteur. See, then the guy said, okay, I'm a saboteur. Then I'm not going to give you the money. Since then, he reached last week. The guy is calling and say, oh, please now, I beg you, anyhow I put it. You already destroyed the person that's supposed to help you. The person that don't help, and you're threatening the person. Oh, you are threatening the person that live in India that want to give you money for you to start business. You already condemning him, so that you will kill him. Or the person that's supposed to help you. Or you live in Europe here. I have given an example. Somebody living in my house in Denmark here. And somebody came from Italy. And when the person looking for where to stay, I have a room to rent. The person looking for where to stay. And they call, please, do I have a room? I say, yes, I have a one room. But before I rent it, I only rent it to any Biafran people. They say this guy is a Biafra. When this guy came, immediately the other guy that live in my house come out, and he found out that when he live in Italy, that guy was threatening him and called police. I'm going to kill you, I will do this. Do you know who I am? The guy told me, Udogo, I've been here with you for 5 years. I've been living in your house for 5 years. We don't have problem. But this guy cannot live. Instead this guy to live here, I will go out from your house. Because this guy, he's the person, he can accomplish for you. Do you see what he did for me when I literally, he claiming this and doing a lot of things. I'm sabotaging. Instead for this guy to come and put problem for me, because me and you live for peace. Please go. Then another person came, I accept the person in my house. That is why you don't know. And this guy is working around. After that, I hear that the police captured him and send him back to Italy. Whenever you are, anywhere, do not because of Biafra, do not because of this thing, have enemy with your brothers. This I'm telling you is as a prophet. Do not kill any innocent person because of the person is against what you are saying. Do not cause problem for you because you may think you kill this person yourself. No, you kill the person, after how many years you will still die. Then the blood of that person will be upon your children. Listen, let me tell you, Biafrans, start now to do something so that God will give us Biafra. If not, hey, Nigeria will be we are still many in Nigeria going. Now is opportunity for the first time Biafra enter United Nations. Master Onyibe, may God bless you. I will stop here. But let them know that God is with us and we can never go back. I want to use this opportunity to great our deputy, Rita Nibogo. I don't want you to mention the name Master Onyibe because I know what you have to mention. And I want to use opportunity to great our father, Obidi Obienu, the great man. He has to remember ya, but to never couldn't call Joe. Mazu Chemefo, the Iron Man. And every one of you which I don't, even though many of you, Onyale, all of you that is working very serious in the FACTO government, I'm saying may God bless all of us. We are going to get this Biafra. We are going to achieve this Biafra. One love and one love. May God bless all of you. In Jesus' mighty name I pray. Amen.
Amen.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for joining us, my brother. We must continue. Our people must understand the true implication of the de facto customary government and the role they are here to play. Our people must begin to look at avenues through which we can be able to draw this journey for the restoration of the sovereign free state of Biafra to a conclusive end. Blackmailing, harassing, intimidating anybody will not do us any good. Can you hear me, caller, on WhatsApp?
Yeah, you do, Papa.
Yes, Aldo Guinea. You're welcome. Good evening from here.
Great evening. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on your time zone. I say once again, I'm your humble servant, Richidero Dogere. You know, sometimes what we are hearing and what we are seeing in our land is baffles. It baffles everybody that one man has come to destroy our people. One man has said that he's bringing freedom to our people. Now he has becoming a problem to our people. But we will not relent. We will not give up. If you say that you are going to give your people freedom, why are you killing your people? If you kill everybody like the caller from Ghana said, once you kill everybody, who are you going to rule? Who are you going to govern? You are not going to govern anybody. You are going to govern the bush. That is not what we bargained for. Before I will go on, I will thank Chief Ralph Wazirike for doing a great work, and Asari Dokubo for what you are doing, and the FACTO government. Everybody that put in hand, our Diopa Uchemefo, who said that we cannot be in a place that we will not have a mouthpiece, to not have a voice to voice out what is bothering us, because Uchemefo understand the word of media, the word of voice. That is why you bring this platform, so that we can be able, everybody can have a right to express his own feeling, because it's what we are looking for in a lot of. We say that we are agitating to have a place we can have a right, not whenever you open your mouth and say something, people will call you names, people will call you saboteur. That is the question I like to ask people. Have you ever seen a Yoruba man calling his own brother saboteur? They never, the IPOB cannot be able to answer that question. Yes, they're doing their own agitation. They're doing their own thing. Have you ever heard them call their brother saboteur? Have you ever heard them killing their own brother? Have you ever heard them try to destroy their own brother? Because they know the real meaning of human being, because they know the population is very vital for this life we are living. That is why they are not doing anything. In case if there is something that called referendum, who is the one that going to vote? It's the people. It's not the tree, it's not the bush. But come to the IPOB. Whenever you talk, whenever you open your mouth, you are a saboteur. Everybody has become a saboteur since Nnamdi Kanu started this IPOB. Before Nnamdi Kanu, nobody is a saboteur. Wazirike was doing it. He never called anybody saboteur. Have your own opinion, you have the right to say whatever. But since Nnamdi Kanu started, he blackmailed Wazirike. He said everything. He calling them. He start calling our governor, the governors saboteur, calling the senators saboteur. Yes, senators have their own opinion, But that their own opinion does not mean that they cannot be able to think about us. They have to think about their people first. They have the right to think about their land first, to protect their life. That is what we need in our land. We don't need a tyrannica. We don't need somebody that busy using on his own will I call it cultism. Now IPOB has become like a cultism. Because what we are seeing, if you don't believe in them, either they kidnap you, or they send you, or they cut off your head. People are seeing this thing. Only thing I have to tell our people back home, it's time for you to stand up and open your mouth. If you keep quiet, you will die. If you talk, if it's Dinomila, he say, if you talk, you die. If you don't talk, you die. It's better you talk and die. Why are you saying that it's better you keep quiet? If you keep quiet, nobody will know when they come to you, and a non-government will come and kidnap you and kill you. Ekperimana and the Kalo can send them to come and kidnap you the same way he's doing now in Biafra land. But he's the one that telling us he brought ENCN, he brought praying for Saint non-government. All of them now, what are they doing in our land? They are busy kidnapping our people, killing our people. They never kill one Fulani man, no. They never destroyed the governors and the senators. They say that they are the problem that we are having that makes Biafra did not come. But ordinary people are the one that being wasted in the street of Biafra land, in the street of Fibo land, in our own street. Who are the one that dying? It's our own people. It's our own brothers and sisters. Only thing they know how to say, you hear them when they rape our mother, rape our. Where, how, when, how do you see it? I'm not saying that something like that is not going to be occur or it's not occurring, but now it has become a national anthem for them. Look at the interview for BBC. That is the only thing you can hear from somebody. This junior brother, I call himself a more powerful. Okay. Did you know a fine boy? That's the only thing you can hear. Hiding with another man's picture. Maybe they know what they are doing. He must use his own video or picture to make that comment. All these comments. He tell you Fulani is killing, Fulani is doing this. Who is the real Fulani now in our land? Because what is happening in our land now, we are seeing it. Is it the one that you send? Is the Fulani fine boy? Junior brother of Nnamdi Kanu. Stop hiding in that name of Ima Powerful. Come out and tell them. The same way your brother hiding with a fake name, Nnamdi Kanu. One way is it? Stop hiding in that Nnamdi Kanu. Come out and call your name, real name. Stop hiding with a fake name. So that our people will know what is happening. Because now what is happening in our line? You hiding with a fake name, your brother hiding with a fake name, destroying Igbo. Say that you are not Igbo. But Igbo land cannot be able to spare anybody that have split innocent blood of Biafra. Innocent blood of Igbo man. That is ordinary for. Whether you like it or not, ordinary for. Well, if you like, continue kidnapping our people. But in a due time, every hidden thing must come on open. 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, you go and send your people to go and kidnap our people. Is it Fulani doing those things? Stop those rubbish. Because they are not accepting your own offer again. That's why you must kill them. No, that is not what people come out for. People come out for the freedom, but now they have seen that they make a big mistake by saying that they're listening to IPO. You that are busy, scared about oath. Let me tell you, are you afraid of oath? Are you afraid of somebody that is under oath with you also? They say that he's under oath with you. Nnamdi Kanu and his group that say that they're under oath with you. So that oath cannot kill them, but they want to kill you before the oath. Come out and speak up. If you cannot be able to speak up, find a way to speak up. Because you need to stand up and talk the atrocity that's going on in Biafra land, in Igbo land. at large. You must stand up and talk, because if you keep quiet, I repeat again, if you keep quiet, you lose your life. It's time for all of you that are keeping quiet to come up on this Hello platform and speak. If you didn't get it, you can be able to have a little bit, a small data to listen. Listen via simple radio. It's not going to charge you much. Then you can be able to use your own, make your own contribution to tell people. Even if you don't want to say it, you can record it. You can record it. There's a way you can record it. They will not dictate your voice. Then you can be able to speak out and tell the world what Nnamdi Kanu is doing in Biafra land. Tell the world what Nnamdi Kanu, how he's busy killing our people. Stop hiding. Stop keeping quiet. Stop being afraid that oath will kill you. Rather, it's not oath. It's Nnamdi Kanu and his unknown gunmen who you are afraid of. Look at the voice record you played. They are scared to call the name of unknown gunmen. Is it how to report matter? Say it openly. Nothing will happen. You record it, you say it. Unknown gunmen is doing mayhem in your area, so that people will be safe. Once you do it, you know how many people you save in Biafra land. Do you know how many people you save in Igbo land? Because people will understand the predicament, the things that are going on with this, tie ranking. That is why you must stand up. That is why you must speak up. That is why you must do everything that you need to do to make sure that our people understand the predicament, the things that are going on in our land. Keep doing what you are doing. Now, if you listen to that clip, who is Sabotuana? Nnamdi Kanu, show us your own 2 minutes. Your discussion with the UN. Show us your clip discussion with European Union. You can't hear it. Only thing you will hear, photoshopping everywhere. Cut and join. You come and tell us, rant on a radio. Tell us Adesino, but you are the chief of Adesino. Everything that you say that Adesino did is the one you do it more than him. That is what Nnamdi Kanu is doing. We want a place that we can be able to have a freedom of expression, where we can speak. Not when you speak, somebody will call you name. Not where you say something, somebody will threat you. That is not what we want in Igbo land. That is not what we want in Biafra land. That is not the kind of Biafra we need. We need a Biafra that you can have a right to speak, a right to say your own opinion. Whether you're agitating or you're not agitating, you have a right to make your own, say your own opinion. Then you can be able to make that person to understand that this way can be able to save us. Not to start calling people saboteur, not to start calling people names, not to threaten people how you will kill him, not to threaten people how his days are being numbered. That is not what we want in our land. We need freedom. We need a place. We need our own land back. We need a place that we can be able to speak. We are crying for Nigeria, but now what we are seeing in Biafra agitation, Biafra, IPOB of Nnamdi Kanu is worse than that. You know, if I continue saying, we keep saying a lot of things, but we keep taking it one after the other. We say, Mechuko Kikabiama keep strengthening your job, Onyibe, for standing for the whole in Biafras, no matter anything, to be the voicing out the atrocity. We thank our old job for. No matter anything, he said that the corruption will not be. He cannot be able to stand and watch the corruption to overcome the good thing that's supposed to come to his people. We say, keep on keeping on. We say, keep on keeping on. That's your word. Diopa, our daddy in the Lord. He will not forget all the whole good work. The men that are standing for the good work. Chukwokikabiyama will keep strengthening all of us. Every hand must be on decks to make sure that we return, to make sure that we be in a place that we have a freedom of expression, our own opinion, where we can be able to talk. The person that is leading can be able to listen to us. We don't need tyranny. We don't need emperor. We don't need Adolf Hitler or Adolf Hitler in our land. That is exactly what is going on in our land. You think that Nnamdi Kanu is coming to save you. But now Nnamdi Kanu is the killer, the most number one killer machine in our Igbo land. Go around and check. Even 1967 to 1970, people that die is not up to the people Nnamdi Kanu has wasted. That's what you must understand. When they keep people in Afaruku, the only thing he can be able to mention is his dog. You are not important to him. He mentioned the dog until when the pressure was too much. He started calling 28 men. But he knows that it's almost 500 people who lost their life there. He knows that he's not in that house. Which one will we start? Which one will we mention? Which one will we point? Is that the way you can be able to save the humanity? Is that the way you can be able to protect the land of Biafra? Bringing mayhem. You want to negotiate. What are you negotiating with the Hopus or the man? You're negotiating with your people's life because you want to be firm, because you want to have money. Onyibe, keep doing good work. I still remain your humble servant. We go nowhere.
Thank you very much.
If you never join the Biafran Nation Alliance, please go online and find out. Type it, you will see our forum. Join. Make sure that you be in that field so that you can be able to join. If you are in Africa, you can be able to contact even the Onyibe to make sure that you do something. Then we can be able to take it. All of us must do it together. Thank you very much, Diopa.
Thank you, my brother, and good night from here.
Good night.
Of course, our people must understand. Blackmailing us is not taking us anywhere. Our destination is home. And the de facto customary government, led by the chairperson Alhaji Asare Dokubo, of course, need the support and cooperation of Biafrans. Can you hear me, caller, on WhatsApp?
Yes, I can hear you, sir. Good evening, sir, from here, sir.
Good evening from here, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Thank you so much for the good news. I really appreciate, and I want to appreciate all the BNA family worldwide for the great work, and the de facto customary government for all the good work that you have been doing. My happiness is that our people are beginning to wake up. My name is Onyeka, and I am calling from Delta State, sir.
Yes, my brother. Go ahead, please.
Okay. I really want to appreciate, because it's not easy, this great work that you are doing. A lot of people will call in, they will insult, and a lot of people will call in to talk all sort of rubbish, and I don't really care. We don't really care. They don't keep talking what they want to say. Okay, I said that a lot of people will call in to talk what they want, but we don't really care. They can go ahead and say whatever they want to say. We will keep moving ahead, because in this very Yes, I can hear you from here, sir. Okay. Because I said that we cannot be in a movement whereby if you talk anything useful, either they will expel you, or they will say that you are sabotaging the movement. We cannot be in a movement whereby you cannot voice out your opinion. The DOS or whoever we say that you want to overthrow the leadership. We don't want that kind of leadership. Everyone's opinion is really needed. Even if be it a child of yesterday can bring out opinion that this is what we are going to do, and maybe we will adopt it and move ahead. But we cannot be in a movement or in a dictatorship. That means the kind of country you want to build, even Nigeria is better than it. A country or a movement that you will be, you cannot talk out. Our leader said, our leader said, our leader said, our leader said, our leader said this, our leader said that. They will not allow you to speak up. They will not allow you to voice out your opinion. They will not allow you to do anything. Your leader will just sit there and keep deciding for everybody. You impose leadership on people. Look at what they did in Ebonyi State. The previous Ebonyi State coordinator was doing very well. They just came, they announced him on air that he's a saboteur, and the people was not consulted. They brought in Wisdom AZK. That is total madness. You don't even allow people to choose who is going to lead them, and you will tell us that you want to build a country that is better than Nigeria. Okay, look at the last interview that they just called him. Okay, what did you want the African and the United Nations to do for you? You could not answer, and you will call such a person your leader. Ordinary interview. Look at one Kenya woman. A woman did to him in just an interview. He went to answer a woman interview. He disgraced himself totally. So tell me, if this man is called in the United Nations for anything, do you think that he's going to answer? Just a woman journalist from Kenya? You could not even meet up. You could not even do anything. Ordinary, a woman floored him in the interview. And you will come outside to tell us that you attended London Metropolitan University, you went here. What did you went there to do? If you cannot answer your fellow African somebody, just a journalist that attended school in Kenya, floored you in an interview. So, and you that said that you went to London for school. So this is the kind of people that they are say that they are building this whole country with. Even go to Ebonyi State now, the things that is happening, the so-called people that they are contributing money from diaspora, they are nowhere to be found, or have gone hidden. A good leader will come outside and he will tell his follower that we want everybody to run into the bush, and you will still come on air and announce it as you call yourself a good leader, which means that you are working for the Nigerian government. You are telling them that these people are in the bush, that you can go to the bush and get these people, and people will come outside to clap for him. Our leader said that he said this. Even as a leader, if you want to tell your followers to go into the bush, must you announce it on air to tell the Nigerian government that these people are inside the bush? Those are the knowledges that our people lack. A lot of people will come outside and tell us, why are you criticizing this man? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing this? And I told them that when he was busy criticizing was wicked, calling me all sort of names, did you come outside to tell him to stop? So these are the things that our people need to understand. This is the problem in this struggle. When Wazirike was doing this very struggle, there was nothing like a saboteur. Everybody was going very nice. But since he came into the struggle, everybody become a saboteur. This one we started calling me. This one will start calling me. If you talk too much, they will expel you. If you talk too much, they will say that you are doing too much in the family. Must everybody be a saboteur? Okay, if people you are working with are all saboteur, then who are you and what are you? What are you doing there? Are you the saint? If you are working with 10 people and the almost 70% of people that you are working with are saboteur, that means you yourself are the chief saboteur. This is what our people need to understand. So I'm still telling them that they should stand up, join the BNEA family worldwide, join the de facto customary government wherever you are. Don't think that Binubabi Oath is doing anything. Those are total madness. Those are total rubbish. You are fighting a nation and you are taking our people to Binubabi. What are they doing there? Sacrificing everybody for what we don't know. For what you don't know. You come on air and tell us that in Nigeria, that once they give you transmitter in 2014, that they should just give you just 6 months, and the zoo government will go down. You have gotten the transmitter. What have happened? You come again and told us in 2015 that Igeja Abuja will protect Buhari. Now, 2015 is over. We did not see Buhari's head. You come outside again with another story. Jubril, Jubril, Jubril story is gone. Yeah, and the person that you call Jubril, when you wrote an open letter to Joe Biden, why didn't he address him that the person in Aso Rock is Jubril? So these are the things that our people need to understand. That head of Jubril is gone. You told us in 2020 that our freedom is going to come. 2020 is over. Nothing is there. All the defense funds that were contributed, all have gone for nothing. And you have brought another format. Everybody was there hoping that this man is going to give us freedom. Everybody started the BSS. It's him that came on air. He denied that he does not have anything like BSS. What he has is just a volunteer. Is this the kind of leader that our people will just stand up and say that this is our leader? Our leader said 2020 is over. You came again and said that everybody is going to go on 40 days fasting, that after 40 days fasting, that to see what is going to happen. 40 days fasting is over, nothing happened. You came again and told us that you are going to undergo in another 14 days fasting. 14 days fasting is over. Now you are telling our people to go and reach 150 for 150 days. Are these people mad? Most times I just sit at home and say that which kind of people do we have? Myself, I ought as anybody at all, because I don't even understand the kind of people that our people. A lot of them are claiming they are in diaspora. They have such degree from such institution. They are professors. They are doctors. They are nurses. And I will just sit down and can't. This man is using everybody to play football. Which kind of charm is this? Where did this man kind of rubbish? Playing with our people, playing with the intelligence of a whole Igbo man. Oh my God! I say that the most brilliant people on the face of this earth, or in Nigeria as a whole, people that are representing both universities of US, they are doing very fine. In UK and some other countries, our people there in our academics level, they are doing very fine, and you are toiling with the intelligence. So I don't understand our people at all. And he is the one that said that any leader that keep talking everything, he will come, he will talk, he will not do it. That person is not a leader. When he was criticizing Owazulike, is it not the same thing that is happening today? I wish I can play that particular clip right now. I would have played for people to hear. He was the one that said that any leader that comes on air and tell you that he will do this thing this year, and this thing he cannot do it. He will do this thing. When he was criticizing, what is happening? Everything that he has been talking, have you executed it? Have you done anyone? And some of our people will say that we are saying no to armed struggle. Actually, there is a stage for everything in life. We cannot undergo and maybe risk to go into premature war at the moment. If we must go into a war, then it must be a collective effort, like our brother and our father, Mas Uchemifo, always say. We must take charge. We must make sure that we are in control of our air, we are in control of our sea, we are in control of our land. We were boys now Gazime Street. What if these people now come through the sea and finish our people? Or maybe now come through the air and get our people down? How are we going to survive this very thing? And our people in America, our people in UK are clapping for him. They are clapping for him. Donate for this, donate for ESN. I just shake my head and say that God, during those sit at home, from on the 26th, on the 27th, on the 28th, on the 29th, right to June, I was in Imo State. Military took over everywhere. These people were nowhere to be found. We are not saying no that the Nigerians are not killing our people, but these people are not getting it right at all. Military took over everywhere. They were intimidating people, and the so-called people that our people are contributing money from diaspora, we are nowhere to be found. Even the little noise that they made, it was our people in the school, like all those police students in Imo State, and some uni students that suffered it because they were going from hostel to hostel, shooting people aside, and the so-called people that they are contributing money for, and they say they are the one protecting our land. They are the one protecting our land. Support ESN. Support ESN. They were nowhere to be found. And it is very, very bad. I was upstairs, I was watching that. I was sitting and I was saying, is this? So where are the people that they are doing contribution from every time? Contribute every time, do this one. I said to my God, this man is a full scammer of all time. And they will do a video. There was one video that they posted that it happened in Imo State, and I rooted that video. I did my fact check. Fact check said that that video was in Amazonia, and in Amazonia it was 2019, not even in 2020, not to talk of 2021. But our people will come outside and tell you that that video is a video of 2021, that a lot of people were running. Fact check said that that video is Amazonia, not even here. So these are all this propaganda must stop before we progress. A lot of people will come and say that, why can't you tell us your strategies and move on? We cannot move on because the problem is still there. Everybody know. They know that this is scamming our people. He must stop scamming our people and he must start telling them the truth. Another thing. When you go back, you do another thing. It's very, very wrong. We cannot continue this way. Everybody have united. That is why the de facto government was formed. And it was the one that came on air and said that the person that formed the de facto government, that his wife and this one, they are not in good terms. And this person is the one that will come outside to tell you that he is your leader. When he started this thing, he was calling himself people's servant. And recently, they started calling him Onyibe Supreme. Where is he Supreme? And this man have done a lot of damages on our people. I cannot lie to you. This man have done a lot of damages to our people. Our people are dying every day, and he's even helping the Nigerian military to get our people, making it more easier to get our people. And a lot of people will say that he's fighting. Which kind of fight is he fighting? By killing our people, by attacking everybody in saboteur, by destroying people's images and reputations. And our people will sit in diaspora. They don't even know what is happening. They will start clapping for him. Go to everywhere. The so-called Fulani S-men that they are chasing. Fulani S-men are everywhere. Before, even last week that I even went to Imo State, I saw Fulani S-men there. Even my friends in Enugu, Abia, they say that Fulani S-men are everywhere. But in people in diaspora, they will tell you that no more Fulani S-men in our land. They are everywhere. So where are the Fulani S-men that they say that they are contributing money, that they are protecting our land from marauders? From Sahel? Where are those money? And where are the people protecting our people? This is what our people need to understand, that this man is coming them. They should make a bold step and leave this man before he does more damages in their life. Because as we are standing up now to condemn this man act is the best option. Because I've never seen where an Igbo man or maybe Biafra will be behaving like an idiot for this man. If this man is the person that told you that, thank God, is not an Igbo man. He came on air life and told you that he's not an Igbo man. Why will you give him opportunity to destroy our land when he have already told you that he's not an Igbo man? Where is he now from? And he will come on, and a lot of people will be clapping for him. Our leader, our leader, our leader, our leader, our leader. May God help these people, and may God open their eye to see that this man is doing a lot of damages to them. Now the new one that he's doing is now going to form allies with the Yorubas, of which they have even come on air and told the people that they are not aware of such an ally. Something that you are supposed to do. When he said, okay, you are fighting for freedom, when the BPA, the Biafra People's Army Commander, he was the first person that came to condemn them because know what those people are capable of doing. You know their power and you know what they are holding. He was the first person that came out to castigate them that their DSS made. When he floated his so-called ESN, did anybody come on here and maybe condemn them that they are DSS made? And everybody can see it very clear. They were with the flag. And everything that they were speaking, everybody can see the languages that they are speaking. It was very loud and clear. But the so-called ESN, have you ever seen them with our flag? Dragon flag that they adopted from Chinese. You will say that they did. Dragon flag has been raised. Dragon flag has been raised. Every year, dragon flag has been raised. That dragon flag will raised in 2023 election will be over. Then our people might be, we know that this man is coming there. So thank you very much for your good work. May God bless you very much because you are really, really doing a great job. I believe time our people will start seeing it. Thank you very much, sir.
Yes, thank you, my brother. No worry, thank you.
Yeah. And you too, sir.
Thank you.
I'm urging our people to join the Biafra Nation Alliance family worldwide, and their voice will be heard. They should leave a dictatorship organization. Not somewhere you will talk and you will turn a saboteur. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, my brother. There's a caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Caller on WhatsApp.
Good evening. You're speaking with Charles from Amsterdam.
Thank you very much.
How are you?
Thank you. I'm very fine. Thank you for your patience. Go ahead, please.
Okay. Yeah. I want to ask a question. In as much as I'll be listening to your program all the time, always, but sometimes something keep on dragging me back in the sense that the money aspect, because since Uchemefo is with you people, because when he was in IPOP, they are also paying him 4,000. So when I joined this this department government now, are they still going to pay Uchemefo the 4,000 he was earning when he was in IPOP? That's what I want to confirm. And are you also going to be get paid?
In as much as I will respond to your question, number one is,
are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yes. First of all, have anybody tried to find out from Uchemefo if he was being paid? I want to believe one day he's going to answer that. That is one. Number two, George Onyibe, the person you are talking to. I served IPOB for good 14 years. Sorry, 12 years. Actively. In fact, the day I joined IPOB, I was the coordinator. I formed a unit immediately in Rumukurushi. And ever since then, I am among the proactive member, deeply involved. IPOB have not given me 1 kobo. The only time the IPOB even gave me 5 kobo was when I was released from the DSS. But they won't tell you that my car is still with the DSS. And so how much is my car with the DSS and how much is the money Nnamdi Kanu gave to me when I visited him at home and said, go and use this to take care of yourself? And how much did I lose? I have not recovered from my business till today. IPOB never paid me 10 kobo. And now, if we want to actually go in line with your question, we begin to wonder, is it because I'm not Igbo man? Because all of them who started this thing were being paid. No, I'm just like...
You don't have to...
Hold on now, let me answer. I won't answer for Mazimefo. Because sometimes people will just romance issue. The point is that Chidebe Onwudiwe was being paid. All the people I know, in fact, before I was expelled from IPOB, all the state coordinators were being paid, not me. And so the question should be, when they say Uchemefo is being paid £4,000, and then I'll begin to ask, why was George Onyibe not being paid? Leave Nnamdi Kanu and propaganda alone. Very soon, Nnamdi Kanu will tell you that he's the one paying governors. My brother, let me finish now. Hold on now. Uchemefo. Now, this is what you don't know. How much are they paying in Nnamdi Kanu?
Wanted them to start paying him 5,000.
Hold on. Now, I'm trying to defend myself. How much are they paying in Nnamdi Kanu? And how much are they paying in Nayanya? How much are they paying Chike Doziem? Only Uchime for own. That is because maybe you want to get to him. Now, that having been said, we have seen the mistakes of IPOB. We have approached them to correct those mistakes, which they refuse. Now, the de facto customary government, as you must understand, is a body of pro-Biafran group. And so, nobody, in fact, the people you are mentioning now are practically the ones sponsoring it. Ordinarily, I would not maybe respond to that question. But the point is that this one, we have our accountant general. He keeps the record and updates the family every moment. There is nothing like hiding. Nobody is supremacy. Nobody. Everything is on the table, as clear as crystal. And now there is no. It's not proper to go back and then begin to look at what IPOB did and begin to make the same mistake. So when Mazimefo feel like he can respond to that, but the question is, how much was Nnamdi Kanu being paid? If Nnamdi Kanu will pay his deputy £4,000 as they said, how much is Nayanya being paid? What of Chike Doziem? What of Tony Zulumike, Austin Abanye, or former? These cabals, how much were they being paid? If that doesn't concern you, it's only that of Uchimefo that concerns you. Then asking Nnamdi Kanu, why was George Onyibe never supported with a dime? Outside people who call me and encourage me with 50,000, 10,000, outside few individuals, why was George Onyibe not paid? My brother, let's not go there this evening. Hold on, let's be honest. Shebi, if I open up now, all of you will be, everybody will be, a lot of people will be ashamed. Now let's call it spade a spade. Hold on now. Your question is simple. You send money to me for what? Send money to me for what?
Will be sending money.
You now, not we now. You. How much did you send to me? And what was that money meant for?
Maybe you have not been getting any help from us.
No, now you are not helping me. I am using data of how much every month. And IPOB is not paying for my data to broadcast. And you send money, say buy data, and you say you are helping me. You are not a sincere person. You are not a sincere person if you will come on air and say that. So why won't you claim that you are paying Uchimefo? I will cut you off. That is how you people behave. So why don't you tell me the money is for what? We have been sending you money, we or you. This is how, that is why I started by propaganda. Nnamdi Kanu propaganda. Asari take 20 million. You would have asked me, what about 20 million they gave to Asari? Omiomio stole transmitter money. Late Barrister Mezue stole money. Rita Anebogo stole money. Who has crossed Nnamdi Kanu way who didn't steal money? I am the only person that you cannot come out and say, yes, he stole money, because by the grace of God, we are on ground here. All of you, shame on all of you. I have evidence of everybody being paid. All the Igbo people in this struggle here on ground being paid. Why was George Onyibe not paid? We have been helping you. Don't say that. You are sleeping now. I was broadcasting how many hours? It should be 4 at night. My brother, you are calling. I won't call you. I don't talk to people like you. Nnamdi Kanu recruit. That is what you are. What you don't know, you are dragging. You want to prove the point that you know it. Nnamdi Kanu recruit. You are wasting your time. I won't pick your call again. You are not a sincere person. Why was George Onyibe not being paid now? Okay, because I'm not Igbo man. You people think we are daft. It is the truth that we know already that is keeping us here. Those are people who want to be in the same country with me. People who are not sincere. Ikechukwu Gwoha is not dead now. He is still there in Abia State. Go and ask him how many times was he paid alongside with other state coordinator, and they never talked about me. Do you know I abandoned my building in Port Harcourt because of this struggle? Shame on you. Daddy in the Lord, are you still there?
Yeah.
Good evening, sir, from here.
Yeah, good afternoon from here, and good afternoon to all Biafrans.
Go ahead, please.
I want to thank you, and thank you for what you're doing, and all the callers to this program. I want to appreciate each and every one of you, all lovers of freedom, all supporters of this great movement. When I appreciate our father, Chief Rab Wazirike, our brother, the chairman of the FACTO customary government, Alaji Asara, our sister, and Adeze, Haniboldo. So I want to appreciate everybody. There's so many people to remember. But you know what you're doing. The name calling is not really what I desire to do most of the time because I don't want to offend people. But again, according to our culture, when people are doing good, you need to encourage them so that they can do more. That's what we do. And that's what I just did. There are so many of you who are in Bima Sub, so many of you are in BNC, so many of you in BNA, and so many of you who are not even have identified with any of these groups, but you are still a lover of freedom. You are supporting what is being said here. It's only God in heaven that will reward you for what you're doing for us and for yourself and for all of us. This is a new day. This is your brother, Video Biena, calling in. Again, my Reverend, I must say these things publicly, and I know the exact reason why I'm saying it publicly. Because that's the then I'll say it outside. My brother, it does not matter what we think. It doesn't matter what none of us think. The only group of people that is still driving me, the only people that whenever things come in mind and we consider them a lot are the people who have given their lives for the sake of Biafra. Most of them came thinking that what we are telling them was true. And they came in with all their hearts and everything they have. And this is why they were in the forefront of every protest. That's why they are doing everything, and they are no longer. So when this discussion on who is paid and who is not paid comes up, it turns me off, because this program has been going right until you made that decision to accept this call.
Mazu Bidi, let me stop you there, please. Let me stop you there. I am human.
You are human, that's true.
And I'm not naive. You were in the DOS.
Yes.
You saw everything they did to me. You saw it.
Did I
I'm
not
coming.
say about
And now somebody is coming from Nnamdi Kanu as always. You always say don't answer their question. What am I running for? What am I running for? Does it mean I cannot reason for myself?
No, it's not the issue.
I will answer all of them. Please, don't
we
stop me from responding. If you continue to stop me from responding, I don't like it. Please.
No.
Please,
you
I'm
have
begging
your
you.
opinion.
These people are criminal. You can't say, I can't pretend
you.
to be like a gentleman and we are destroying our people. Please.
Let me say.
I'm not a child. I know where I will pick every call.
You are not a child.
Hold on. I will pick every call. I will respond to anybody accordingly.
Yeah.
Please, you should direct this thing to that Nnamdi Kanu agent, not me.
Okay.
Please,
Yeah, as I'm talking
because
to
if you come, he said, don't
as
answer
I'm
their
talking
question
to-
again. Don't answer their question. Why wouldn't I answer their question so they can see me as angel or what?
As I'm talking
please,
to you,
please,
you are
please.
still in,
I am
you are
not
still-
happy. I'm not happy because people come here
you are
and you don't want to.
passing on
Are
the
you trying to?
anger.
No, this is not the
Hold on.
anger. This is the truth. Do you want me to cover up the atrocity of these people by keeping quiet, as if you asked irrelevant question? He asked a genuine
Okay,
question with
let me
a very
ask
fake
you.
intention. So you just say don't answer them, ignore them.
you
I
say
will not
one
do that. Only when I am led to ignore them. Now the Kanu is listening. Let me ask him question. His conscience need to prick him. You come, you say don't answer
we
them.
cannot
No,
communicate. We
but
cannot
now
communicate.
you
are
come up
talking
openly
over
with
me,
this. You
and
come,
you are not letting
hold on, Mazi. I don't like
are
all
not
these things.
letting me
That
to
is
talk.
why
You
they
are not
did all these things to me. How
It's
many
okay,
years in
you
IPOB?
can-
And Mazi
you
Mefon
know
will say,
what? You
leave
know
them,
what? If you
don't
wanna
talk
try
until
our
he gets.
program to become- If you
No,
wanna become
no.
Nnamdi Kanu's
Then let
program,
me stop.
that's
Let
fine.
me stop taking calls.
Okay,
Hasn't
that's
Nnamdi Kanu
fine.
stopped
That's
making call? Did you not see the
That's
broadcast they
fine.
dedicate to Asare Dokubo?
Okay, you see,
Don't you know these things we are
every question.
discussing are affecting our
Is
people?
Is it because this
Please,
guy
please, don't come and tell me, please, I am begging you. Daddy in the Lord. No, it's not living in Ansada. He can be in Nigeria. He can be in Nigeria. Please, that is what I'm saying. And then I am sending message, but he's part of IPOB. We know them.
Do you know him?
I don't know him, but I know them. By their
You
fruit
don't
we
know
shall
him?
know them.
Okay.
By their fruits.
Listen to. Let
It
me,
doesn't
let
make
me
sense.
make
If
my
I let you
argument.
to talk, your
Let me make
argument
my
is don't
argument.
condemn me. You are condemning me already.
No.
Why
I'm
will
not
you tell me I
condemning
should not answer questions?
I'm
But now they can't do broadcasts of answering questions now. Let me put them where they belong to, so they go back.
No,
You have said this before in one of the broadcasts. You condemned me, but I don't like it. I kept quiet. You come here today.
Okay.
Do I carry anointing to no idiot that will come and call on my line? Please, Mazi Obide. If you cannot tell me these things inside, don't condemn me because I won't take it from anybody. This is how Nnamdi Kanu was doing. The same thing happened in IPOB. Are we going to repeat the same thing? Don't say, because of our people. No. Anybody who comes to me, I will respond to them adequately. Is this the kind of country we are going to build? So people will say I'm a good man. Please, Mazi Obide, don't condemn me that my actions are right, are wrong. It's right.
Your explanation to this man is more or less putting you are kind of defensive.
Of course, I'm not defensive. I'm trying to open up the atrocity of. I have to. If this platform is not there, if I don't have a way to give out my voice, what will you people do to me before now? Rubbish me?
You gave your voice. You gave your
my
voice.
brother, we come out for the truth. If Nnamdi Kanu can come out and condemn everybody, I gave till today, till tomorrow. My concern is I don't need to know him. He don't know me. Doesn't Nnamdi Kanu know me when I gave him my voice?
Okay.
Let them come and be asking questions. Please don't condemn me again. You are condemning me. I don't like it.
I'm not condemning you.
Somebody come to and you judge Onyibe. Are they going to be paying you? Were you people paying me before? Were you people paying me before? So why will he ask me that question? Nnamdi Kanu sent him and he say ignore them, ignore them. Why would I do that? Please, I'm begging you. What you feel I should not have responded to, talk to me next time. I'm a human being.
All right.
Nnamdi Kanu is running from his broadcast.
You know what? I'm not gonna be
Please.
a part of this ranting.
And this is not ranting. If I am ranting, then you let me know. Then we move on. What is ranting? What is ranting? I don't like it. You are demoralizing me. You are demoralizing me.
Okay, go ahead and do your.
You are demoralizing me. If you can't call me and correct me, stop condemning me, please.
I have not condemned you. I don't know.
You cannot say I should not answer such question now. Is it my fault somebody called my program to ask me question?
You have not allowed me to. You let the idiot.
No, he has called in. Of course, we opened our line. We opened our line. I expect everybody to come. But you are always stopping me. I don't like it. Are you the one going to reason for me now? I was there in IPOB when I'm broadcasting. And can say cause Yoruba. Now the can we go back cause Hausa. The next one I say cause Fulani. Until I said no. Today the same Yoruba he was cursing. Is it not the person romancing with all of them? Please. Because you started by reminding me, you have told me before, don't respond to any of them. But for God's sake, I have to respond to them, please, sir. Now they cannot hide and using people, and you people cannot see the damage this thing is causing to the effect of our people. If I didn't what I said, how will our people know I was not being paid when they are busy there saying I'm driving governor motor, I have jeep, everybody blackmail? Please. Time we are trying to sound right and correct. In the process of doing this, we destroy people's life. Somebody came and asked me a question. Now we want to join. When somebody calls in and begin to use sweet mouth, I know who they are. And the more I respond to these people, you counter me, they go back and say, I see as we mess you up. Can't our people know the truth? And then I told him, no, others may have been paid, which the evidence abound. But I did not ask for payment previously. Is it now? Yes, we were giving you money. Give you money to do what? To broadcast for almost 8 years? Until I see somebody as stupid person, I won't talk to the person. You now, the Kano agent, you are not my concern. Your question, I have answered you. On this customary government of Biafra de facto government, nobody is being paid. Nande Kano can be paying his family member. That is his business. And for Mazimefo, if he feel like he will respond. If he don't feel like he will respond. But the question is, how much are they paying in Nande Kano? How much are they paying Chike Doziem? How much are they paying Tony Zulumike? And now it is on record on this broadcast that we are not doing what we are doing because we are being paid. Criminals hide in diaspora, most of them, and then they are using us. And then I'll keep quiet because I'm a gentleman. Okay, yes, we will move on. Tomorrow somebody will ask me, when this man asks you this question, how much you are being paid, what did you say? I will tell the person, go back to this broadcast. It's quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate. And so when somebody asks a question that is initiated to tag us, we keep quiet. They will go and re-edit it and start circulating it without me sending this thing there. And of course, I want to appreciate all of you who were able to call in. Nobody should make reason for me. I am not above mistake. But when I deliberately respond to somebody, it is because it's normal. How can somebody come out and say, hey, you, they were paying you people before, and how much are they going to be paying you people now? And of course, we continue to agitate, we continue to propagate this gospel, we continue to expose every lie, one way or the other. One way or the other. If we don't correct all these things, drag this evil to the light, which kind of nation are we fighting for? So they say, oh, he's a good man, he doesn't talk. But then Anekanu is using our money to pay recruit over there, and they are messing everybody up. Onwenyireshi,